Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Noor Fazlina binti Muhammad Akhir from Universiti Teknologi Cawangan Terengganu campus Kuala Terengganu. And I'm here today to talk to you about our findings on our study lecturers challenges during the COVID-19 pandemic, a preliminary study on work from home experience. As an introduction, as we know, the COVID-19 pandemic which has caused exponential rate of infection and casualty has significantly changed people's way of living all over the world. In order to contain the spread of the disease at educational institutions, the education sector in Malaysia has opted for an online learning or e-learning approach with the use of gadget and internet to replace face-to-face learning. The Malaysian Higher Education Minister has agreed to stop all face-to-face lecture as a part of pandemic control decision and urged all universities to brace themselves for online learning. However, our overnight transition from a traditional to a remote and virtual learning environment is not viable. This rapid transition is connected to many obstacles and challenges. As no one knows when the pandemic will end, educational institutions worldwide have opted to produce online learning content for students across all academic disciplines using existing technology. Group within an occupational category all have their own specific myriad of challenges. However, little attention was given to the influence of the immense period on lecturers at institutions of higher learning. Thus, this study aimed to contribute to the current literature by experimentally examining the social, physical, psychological effect of the COVID-19 pandemic and subsequent lockdown on Malaysia University academic, especially lecturers at UiTM Terengganu who are compelled to work from home. Thus, the objective of this research are the first one is to identify the challenges that lecturer encounter when working from home. Second one is to identify the most major obstacles confronting lecturers who work from home. As a literature review, work from home is a term that has been increasingly popular since the emergence of COVID-19. According to Survey 2020, work from home can be defined generically as employees who work outside company's office and consists of four basic characteristics, which include an employee of a company or a staff member organization, actual work engagement with a company or an organization or specific task work performed outside of the company physical premises and a telecommunication. From study from Galanti et al. 2021 indicate that family work conflict, social isolation, a distracted environment, job autonomy, and self-leadership have all influenced employees' productivity, work engagement, and stress level during the pandemic. And another study from Metten et al. 2021 also stated that knowledge worker can be adjusted to quick transition from physical office to home office and experience fewer stresses than in the previous working from home setup. Last one, a paper from Toscano and Zappala 2020 said that social isolation is a workplace requirement that contributes to the increased stress, which has detrimental influence on other job outcomes. Alright, here we move to our methodology of the study. The targeted respondent of the study were lecturers in UiTM Terengganu campuses. We have three campuses under UiTM Terengganu branch. An online questionnaire was distributed through online survey platform. The online self-administered questionnaire was promoted by disseminating the link of the survey through social networking site among lecturers at UiTM Terengganu campuses which cover campus Dungun, Bukit Besi and Kuala Terengganu. The questionnaire was divided into two sections. Section A measured the respondent demographic information and Section B measured the challenges faced by lecturers when working from home. The instrument that we use is a questionnaire, the questionnaire was divided into two sections. The questionnaire consisted of 40 items covering 6 factors, which is the first one is distraction, second time management, third social isolation, fourth focus and staying motivated, Fifth, new technology. And last one is a stress wearable. A 10-point Likert scale was adopted when 1 indicated absolute disagreement and 10 absolute agreement. Respondents were encouraged to forward the survey link to the other, which was available at SurveyMonkey form. As a feedback, in a total of 39 valid responses were written and the data was analyzed descriptively. SPSS software was used to produce a frequency distribution that depicts the respondent demographic characteristic. The mean score for each main factor were calculated to find the most major obstacles confronting lecturers who work from home. We go to the next slide. In terms of a reliability of item, to check the consistency of the result over a period, a Chromebound alpha test was applied using SPSS version 20. The reliability analysis of all variables, which is that we have 6 variables, were found in the range of 0.85 to 0.91 as stated in the table 1. Okay, related to the result, Sekaran and Bogi 2011 suggested that an adequate and appropriate score value to proceed the further analysis as the value were above. Okay, now we go to the next slide, which is explain the demographic profile of our respondent. A total of 39 lecturers from various academic backgrounds from the 3 campuses in UiTM and Terengganu branch participated as a respondent in the study. Majority respondents are female lecturers, while the rest are male lecturers. Regarding the marital status, 82.1% of the respondents are married and another 70.9% of respondents are single. Most of the respondents are between age 31 to 40 years old. And then in terms of a number of children that they have, 76.9% of the respondent has at least one child, while another 23.1% has no child. Table 2 in the screen refer to the descriptive statistic of the challenges faced by the lecturer when work from home. As we can see at the screen now, the item in terms of distraction, time management, social isolation, focus, technology, and stress. With this, we calculated the mean score for each variable and then we rank them accordingly. Alright, the highest mean score for the challenges that lecturer encountered when working from home was social isolation with the mean score of 6.05, followed by distraction variable with a mean score 5.5, and then the third one is focus variable with mean 4.87, 8.7. This finding is consistent with the finding by Hayes et al. 2020, which reported that the most significant challenges faced by respondents were primarily related to the communication, collaboration with the work colleague. According to Toscano and Zappala also stated that being absent from co-worker not only reduce job satisfaction, but also create a stressful environment for individuals who work from home during the pandemic. The result also in our study also revealed that the lecturer also agreed that they are distracted when working from home. According to the research conducted by Xiao et al. 2021, working at home from home may be more difficult for women as females are often more responsible for domestic duties and other household tasks. Working mother can feel double the pressure at home due to the lack of support with the homeschooling and taking care of our children. In our study also revealed that most of the lecturers disagree that they have a poor time management. Poor time management here factor includes a deadlines or use of time efficiency. The finding implies that focus, technology, time management, and stress are not the major challenges while working from home. After all, catching deadline has been a common routine for lecturers even before the implementation of work from home. This we can see that it can be assumed that the most of the lecturers were able to deal with the work from home during the COVID-19 pandemic. The stress associated with the work from home is presumably manageable as they are gradually adapting themselves with the new norm during the COVID-19 pandemic. As a conclusion, this research revealed that lecturers may confront six different challenges prior to work from home. Social isolation was recognized as the primary source of the stress for lecturers during work from home. These include issues such as inability of socialize, meet co-workers, and engage with the physical exercise. Due to the fact that lecturers are required to remain at home under movement control order, they are unable to mingle and meet people who can help them cope with stress. Not only social isolation factor, distraction factor should be taken into consideration to ensure that the well-being of the lecturer's mental health. Distraction factor includes the condition at home where children and family gather, social media, noisy environment, and whole course. They feel distracted when working from home as house chore and kids could be distraction as their working hours. Despite of all the hassles of working from home, lecturers from UiTM Terengganu who took part in this study are able to manage their time and stay focused. Therefore, not likely burdened to the learned technology in a short period of time and experience stresses. However, there are some limitations in this study. Firstly, it applies that a non-probability sampling technique where inferential statistics is not possible. The use of convenience sampling technique limit the generalizability of the finding to all UiTM Terengganu lecturers. Secondly, this study is limited as it employs descriptive analysis on a small-scale survey. Inferential statistics with a bigger sample size is necessary in the future research to provide comprehensive perspective of the problem encountered by the lecturers in Malaysia. Nonetheless, the finding light on the literature about the lecturers' difficulty in UiTM Terengganu during the work from home. It is relatively beneficial and relevant to the university management to provide some programs or training to the lecturer that may require additional support to manage their mental health. So with that, that's all from my presentations. Thank you.